Hello everyone, welcome to Everything Arsenal. Arsenal fans are having a meltdown because we've gotten news on Declan Rice, the latest on him, and the battle between Arsenal and Man City. Is he going to be a Manchester City player? Is he going to be an Arsenal player? Even after all this, I'm still confident enough to say I'm still not worried. But let me know if you're worried about Man City potentially getting Declan Rice. Obviously, people would be worried. It's Manchester City, but I'll tell you my reasons and my stance on this. So, according to Fabrizio Romano, this is what Fabrizio Romano has had to say. Manchester City have decided to bid for Declan Rice after calling West Ham last Friday to be informed. Man City also checked player side, understand Rice is open to any move, so deal depends on the clubs now. Arsenal planning to bid again since last week. So we've already had two bids down, as you already know. We are now going to go into the third bid. So whether Man City have made the bid yet or not, not sure, but they will be making a 90 million bid, the same as Arsenal, but they will have a better package in terms of installments, and also a better package in terms of the add-ons, or more realistic add-ons, because if Arsenal say if we win the Champions League, we're going to give you a certain amount of money, that is unrealistic because we've never come anywhere close to winning the Champions League. But if Man City say, you know what, we are going to add you 5 million, 10 million if we win the Champions League, that's realistic because over the last 3 years, they've made 2 finals and won 1. So that's what I do understand. But the meltdown is, why is Arsenal taking too much time with this one? We should have already made the 110 million bid, whatever. Here's my stance on that. As I've always said, whether we were going to make a bid for Declan Rice in June, or whether we were going to make it in February, or whether we were going to make it in November, Man City were always going to come in for him. It's not like Declan Rice is a new player that Man City just discovered. Of course, they knew Declan Rice was going to be, he's a good player, he's a great Premier League player. And of course, they had a shot that, or an idea that Declan Rice would become available at the end of the season. There's always been rumors of that since last December. Of course, they would know that. So it's not like they just discovered Declan Rice, and Arsenal, the more time Arsenal take on him or take on that deal, they would come in for him. No, they always knew how good he was. So even if you're to give them 100 million back in February, here's what I believe. Even if you give him 100 million in February, or give West Ham 100 million in February, Man City would still have asked for him. And even if they wouldn't, knowing that teams like Manchester United would be interested, West Ham would have been like, you know what? Okay, Arsenal have given us 99 million for Declan Rice. Let's put it out there to Manchester United that Arsenal are about to pay 99 million for him, if they want him or not. And even if they told them, you know what, Arsenal have put in a 99 million bid back in March, Man City would have been like, you know what, give us a couple of weeks or give us a couple of days, or you know what, we can top that. Tell us any other details. So it wouldn't have mattered when we were going to give them, offer them that money. Now, that is where this becomes important. What kind of talk have Arteta and Edu been doing off the pitch? Now, that is what you're depending on. That has always been my stance. That is what you're depending on. Whatever project they've whatever plan they've put across, whether they're going to make him an Arsenal captain in the future, whether it's going to get 38 games out of 38 in a Premier League season, whether it's the difference for us to close that 5-point gap over Man City, whether it's the difference for us to compete in the Champions League, whether it's going to be the replacement for Thomas Partey, whether it's him playing next to Odegaard in midfield and creating a partnership, whatever it is, that is what is going to matter. Can Man City offer probably the same? Of course they can. They can say, we have Guardiola, you're going to play next to De Bruyne, you're guaranteed a Premier League title. That is where his decision, he's probably going to make his decision. So I don't think it would have mattered whether he made the bid right now, or waited a couple of more days, or made a 100 million bid last week, or back in March. Man City were always going to come in for him. He's a very, very good player. As Clive and Ian Wright have had their say on it. So here's what Clive has had to say. Not panicking, same as me. With a player like Rice, the elite teams have to try, up to us to execute. If we know the number, then for me, it's down to the player. This door can be shut with one text message. If he truly wants Arsenal, but suits West Ham to have this door open. And then Ian Wright replies and says, correct. If the big teams aren't in for him, then something is wrong. I would not have expected Arsenal to be the only team to be in for Declan Rice, or make the bid quickly, 100 million, and then you get him. It was never going to be as easy as that. Even if you made the 100 million bid, West Ham would have been like, okay, these guys have money. Let's try and push it a bit. Let's ask for 110. And since Arsenal have bid 100 million, Now the likes of Manchester United can come and give us even more money. We can ask for more money from those teams. So it wouldn't matter. It's not like it was a secret. It's not like Arsenal bidding for Rice would have been a secret and then boom, Declan Rice is an Arsenal player. These teams would have known something about it, and West Ham would have loved to have a bidding or so. They would have kept all these teams informed. So for me, it doesn't really matter when you're going to make the bid, whether you're going to make a 120 million bid, unless the only way would have gotten him immediately is if we went there and said, you know what, we have 110 million plus 2 players here, 150 million package, 10 million add-ons. If we finish in the top 4, all that's something that will be absolutely realistic and manageable and basically realistic for us to achieve. And in terms of payment period and all that, they would have said yes immediately. But in terms of starting for 95 million, 90 million negotiations, I still have no problem with that. These teams are still going to come in for him no matter when we are going to bid for him. So I have no problem with that. Now, where do we stand right now? Arsenal expected to make a bid. Man City are expected to make a bid. How can we top that? Man City are going to match our bid 90 million, but they're going to have better packages in terms of installments and also in terms of the payment period. Arsenal are planning to pay it within 6 years, and Man City are open to paying it within 2 years. I think we can go down in terms of the 6 years. We can go down to maybe 3 years or something. Now it's about offering more at this stage, at this point. The third bid, what is it going to be? The third bid? Are we going to make, let's say, we're going to go up by 5 million in both of them? Maybe say 80 million plus 20 million add-ons and make it more realistic, like if you finish in the top 3, or if Declan Rice starts 30 Premier League games for us, or if he scores 5 goals in a season, or if he wins I don't know, 1 trophy next season, something realistic. Maybe that could be the case. Maybe that is what we could make. But to make it 100% sure, or if they don't want to risk it at all, and this is the last player they want, and this is the 100% fit into Arsenal, and they don't think of anyone else, they don't want to say it's just Declan Rice, they could go there and say, you know what, okay, we are going to give you 100 million plus 5 million add-ons or 10 million add-ons, and the 100 million will be paid across 3 years or 4 seasons. Then they could accept that, but we will never know. We'll never know. That one is going to be a tricky one. But am I worried about Man City coming in for him? No. Do I blame Arsenal that Man City have come in for him? No. Obviously, they're obviously going to come for him. Chelsea have always wanted Declan Rice. Man United have always wanted Declan Rice. And Man City, obviously, they always kept an eye on that one. The moment we hear Declan Rice is available, we are going to go in for him. And they knew by January that he was going to be available at the end of the season. So this thing about Calvin Phillips as well going to West Ham, himself has to want to go to West Ham or to switch to Declan Rice plus money. Himself would have to want to go to West Ham first of all, and then also in terms of the package and everything, Man City don't usually like getting into bidding wars. Yes, right now they've Gundogan has left, but again, even in terms of that, I'm sure they knew Gundogan was going to leave anyway. The moment they won the treble, they knew he was going to. Or the moment they were part competing for the treble, they had an idea that maybe if we win this, Gundogan will be gone. So let's keep an eye on Declan Rice. The moment Arsenal make a bid, also get in there and ask for certain, ask for the details and everything. So it's not like we were doing it in secret and we needed to do it quickly, give them 105 million in secret and get the player. No, West Ham were always going to leak it out whichever way and say, you know what, Arsenal have given us 105 million. We're waiting to hear anything from Man City or from Man United. If they don't come in for him, they are never going to come in for him later, which is now. So if you make that offer, maybe they're still not going to come in for him. So let's wait and see what happens with this one. But am I concerned? No, I'm not worried. I'm still 92% confident you're going to get the player. Obviously, the Modric deals and the Vlahovic deals have always gotten Arsenal very, very paranoid and Arsenal fans very paranoid. But this time, I feel like it's different. You're back in the Champions League football. You'll be competing with the Man City for the Premier League title. And we have other attractions, like the players is going to play with, I think it is a good manager to manage someone like a Declan Rice. So let's see what happens with that. And so that's the latest on Declan Rice. For me, I'm calm. I know people in the comment section will be mad about this. And why did Arsenal give them 100 million? Let's wait and see what the offers are later on today. So a bit of good news this time on Julian Timber. Understand Arsenal are advancing on full agreement on personal terms with Julian Timber. The players accepted to join Arsenal. This is according to Fabrizio Romano. Negotiations will follow between Ajax and Arsenal in the next hours and days. New bid expected soon. So we expected to make a couple of bids very soon. Declan Rice should be today, and the Julian Timber one could be today or over the weekend, whichever it is. But I feel like Julian Timber will be the second player to be signed signed by Arsenal, unless since now that the Man City plan has become evident and clear, if they're really going in for him, then maybe that would push Arsenal to go far faster, maybe the 100 million, and just say, you know what, forget it, you're going to give you 100 million, let's get the player. I don't know. The other option as well is Caicedo. I mean, if you don't get Declan Rice, are they going to go back for someone like a Caicedo, or is that one too late? At Chelsea already progressing on that deal. We have to wait and see. But I'm still not right. We'll be back live very, very, very soon to talk about all these deals and whatever is going on. Havertz has also made people mad. Why are we getting Havertz before getting Declan Rice? I'm sure they would have been very confident to pull out to the Caicedo deal and also go for Havertz. Knowing that they have the edge in terms of the Rice deal. So let's wait and see what happens. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you in a couple of hours.